What's going on, Nerd Nation? This is Sleevecard signing in and welcoming you back for another Pokemon pack battle right here on the channel. Today's team is going to be coming from Burning Shadows, Sun and Moon Burning Shadows. So without further ado, let's rip this bad boy open and see what our team is going to be today. See how I did that like a champ? 2 fingers like a champ. Alright, so on today's team, let me pack trick that real quick. On today's team, we have Surviper, Rotom Dex, no, got Crab Brawler, stupid glare, hang on, there we go, Stuffle, Inkay, Duskull. Is he dabbing? Dab Duskull. Tynamo. Semi-Sage. Oh! Darkrai GX! Alright, Darkrai, and of course the Energy. Overall, I mean, that's not a bad lineup to possibly have on the team. Darkrai for sure. But I mean, we've got Darkrai, we could potentially have Semi-Sage, I mean, Dusknoir, Malamar, all kinds of good stuff. So we got that. Of course, there's also the code card as well. And as you guys know or may not know, all you need to do is like, comment, and subscribe on this video for your chance to win that. But without further ado, I'm going to cut away. When we jump back, we're going to be entering into our pack battle with the team that we just drew. So I will see you in just a minute. Alright, guys, and we are back with our team all loaded up. With our battle already all loaded up, actually. And in today's pack battle, we're going to be taking on veteran trainer John, who at this point, I believe this is his second pack battle with us, maybe his third, but I think it's his second pack battle. We've seen him on the channel with PBL. He's the namesake of our rival in our Heart Gold Nuzlocke, so he's practically, I mean, he might as well just be running the channel himself. I think he's been featured in probably more videos than I have on here at this point. But let's go ahead and jump right into things. So I was kind of curious about this team because, frankly, I was just excited that we actually got a legendary on this pack battle with Darkrai. So you know I had to put Darkrai in. I went ahead and started the battle off with Semi-Sage. And the reason for that is, if you guys saw in the preview, he had 3 Water-type Pokemon. So I kind of figured if I send in Semi-Sage, at least I'll get some kind of advantage, potentially. He sets up, obviously, with the Drizzle. We hit with Rock Slide, which does a decent amount of damage. I mean, decent considering, I know it's super effective and everything, but I mean, it did a lot more damage than I thought. And I was also really surprised that we outsped, to be honest with you, because I feel like he had no reason to outspeed. Okay, so here then we go for the knockoff. Because I kind of predicted his switch, so I thought he was going to swap. I went for the knockoff, just kind of figuring if he switches, we get the hit. If he doesn't switch, we'll kind of go from there. So hit with the knockoff. Then we're going to swap into Dusknoir right here. And for Dusknoir, it's because I was thinking if he went for like a high jump kick or something along those lines, at least we'd be immune to it. But he plays smart right here. He goes for the U-turn because I think he knew that we were going to pivot, so this way he can like double pivot on us. But overall, not too bad. I think we did pretty well in this battle. So, I mean, definitely better than we did in our last PBL battle, which was that nasty 5, almost 6-0. Almost 6-0, but it was like the 5-0 against Hagbones. So we definitely are doing better than that already. Now right here, even though we have the boosted defense, it really doesn't matter because obviously we're getting a special attack right here. But that Kingdra is just nasty. 1-hit KO. Of course, it is a stab Z move in the rain, so there's that factor in as well. But that was just, I mean, that's just kind of sickening. So right here, he's going for the Focus Energy. Obviously trying to boost up those crits. I go for the Superpower. Now, I haven't used Malamar in, I don't know how long. Like, I used this Malamar slightly in X and Y. So I pretty much just took that X and Y Malamar and moved it over to my Sun and Moon. Now, right here, so we obviously go for the double superpowers, which work out because it being contrary is going to boost our attack each time. So right now I'm feeling good because we're at +2 attack, +2 defense on this Malamar. Now, this right here kind of gave us trouble, I think, going in later in the match. So he goes for the Mega, which honestly is not that surprising. So him going for the Mega, now this is where it gets kind of nasty for us. As you can see, it does decent amount of damage. Like, not enough to do half, but enough to kind of show you the threat that he's going to be. If we're at +2 on our defense and he still did like 40% damage on us. So I go for the knockoff here just because I know I'm going to get the boost with him holding on to the Mega Stone. If we hadn't got the flinch right here, we could have done some more damage, but unfortunately the flinch kicks in, which really made me consider what we had to do here, because if we didn't get the flinch, I think we could have definitely KO'd him with that next knockoff, or at least brought him really far down, really close to being KO'd. So he goes for the switch. We're going for the switch as well, because I don't think we're going to be able to really hold on a attack. Plus, I feel like he's going to go for a flying move right here. Or he would have gone for like Hurricane, something like that, which he does again on Semi-Sage. So right here is where it starts to get really rough for us, because obviously if we had hit with that Rock Slide, we would have taken out Pelipper, and this would have been a whole different kind of scenario. But unfortunately, we missed there. He hits with the Hurricane, so it was kind of just a matter of like who was going to hit on that one. Now right here, I go for the Sludge Bomb, because I'm not sure if he's going to stay in or swamp. So I figure going for the Sludge Bomb, at least it'll be a decent enough of an attack. Because the only thing that really, off the top of my head, would have absorbed that Sludge Bomb was Mega Swampert. Possibly there's something else on the team, but I can't think of it right now. Unfortunately, he's wrecking us right now with these freaking waterfalls and all that. So I'm going to go into Beware. Now, this is actually my first time using Beware, so I'm not quite sure like how I'm going to use it exactly. So I go for the Return. Now, the Return gets the KO, and it does this pretty easily. It has Choice Band on it, so this is what kind of dictates my next couple moves here. So we go for the KO, or we get the KO rather, with Return. Now, he's coming out with Minior, so I end up switching. And the reason I go for the switch is because of Choice Band. Now, in retrospect, I might have just stayed in and gone for another Return and done some damage that way. But instead, I go to swap out because I want to bring Beware back in on this next turn, since Beware actually has Ice Punch on it. So my thought process is to kind of swap in and swap out, which we do. So we bring out I almost said Serperior, but we bring out Surviper. Not even Surviper. Oh my goodness, yeah, Surviper. Which unfortunately gives him time to get the freaking Shell Smash off. Which is going to become an issue, because with him being Shell Smash, he's obviously now outspeeds us, which is going to take out Beware right here. Otherwise, we hopefully would have gotten that Ice Punch in, which I don't know if it would have KO'd, but it would have done a quality amount of damage, I feel like. Now, it's going to come down to Surviper, and it's going to come down to Malamar. So, Malamar actually withstands this hit, which kind of surprised me, because I thought with the lower HP, it wasn't going to be able to take it, but we were able to last. So now we get the hit off. We obviously get the stat boost and the leftovers, but unfortunately, our HP is way too low. So even though we get this like really decent hit and everything, we are going to have an issue, just because really any attack right now is going to KO it. So we get KO'd right here with the Earthquake. Now, obviously, that just brings in one last Pokemon, and at this point, I'm pretty much conceding the match, because Serperior coming out, obviously, is going to get hit with an Earthquake from a faster Pokemon, that's super effective. Here it is, for the KO. And there really wasn't much like Surviper was going to do. I keep saying Serperior, don't I? Now that I think about it. Anyway, Surviper, really wasn't too much that Surviper was going to be able to do. Kind of taking this out. So, there you have it. Obviously, we saw most of the team. The only thing we did not see was Toucannon, which I think also would have been kind of an issue for us because we didn't really have anything that was running a electric move. We did have Ice Punch on Dust Noir and on Beware, so there was always that option that possibly we could get like an Ice Punch off and KO it that way. There was also Rock Slide on Semi-Sage, which you guys saw. So there were some options, but I think overall Toucannon definitely would have given us some problems as well, especially later in the match. But there you guys have it. So for pack battle number 11, unfortunately we take the loss, but we are coming on stronger and stronger, I feel like, every single pack battle. Overall, I am very happy with the team today. Because out of everything we could have possibly gotten, we got Darkrai, and that alone was probably worth it, and then some. So just getting Darkrai, and Malamar actually held up quite well as well. Malamar definitely held up its own as well with superpower and stuff like that. So I might possibly use Malamar maybe down the line in the future. Who knows? Maybe Malamar next like draft league, something like that. Maybe Malamar gets picked up, and I just start using contrary superpower and do that, and live my life that way. But with that being said, guys, if you like what you saw today, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me down below. And I do want to give a big shout out, as always, to veteran trainer John for being our opponent here in this battle. If you want to take a second to check out his channel, I will leave links to it in the description. He likes to do a lot of things that, I try to do, but he just likes to do them a little bit better as far as battling and things of that nature. So, take the time to check out his channel. I think you'll definitely find it to be worth it. And, of course, leave a comment down below letting me know what you think of the channel. And if you haven't done so, go ahead and take our relationship to the next level. Let's update that Facebook status to it's complicated by hitting that subscribe button for me. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Hopefully you enjoyed today's pack battle. This is Sleevecard signing out. Have yourselves a beautiful day, and I will see you later.